Sup, Kevin Carnage, and this is What If Takeo Gouda was the Shield hero. Quick recap. Gouda went back to the safekeeper with Miss Yamato and then proceeded to purchase Rough Talia. Also, the egg or the egg game or the egg that Naofumi bought and Kana was also available, so he proceeded to buy this in. Since Raftalia was sick, they then proceeded to head to the hospital. Now let's get into the original part of this. So since not Naofumi, but since Gouda has a reputation which doesn't suit his personality, meaning they claim he's a rapist, and he stayed outside while Miss Yamato takes Raftalia inside the hospital. Moments later, he heard Raftalia screaming, which he proceeded to run inside the hospital. But to his surprise, the doctor was just injecting her with a little bit of, vaccines and stuff, and antibiotics and stuff, and that was not the surprising part. To be exact, the surprising part was that he doesn't give a fuck that Mine claimed that he's a rapist. In fact, Mine did something to this doctor which caused him to really not believe whatever Mine says, regardless of the situation. So he now has a new friend beside the shopkeeper. Remember, he hasn't been talking to anyone much all this while. He's been here for about maybe 3 months in this world and stuff. So 2 months of it, 2 months and a half of it, he was by himself. Only the shopkeeper he could have talked with. It barely fed him and stuff. And yeah, so the doctor is not neutral. He doesn't care. And this happens in the Takeo proceeded to go and sit down and stuff, and one of the antibiotics bottles in the medicine, or whatever medicine was in the bottle, fell onto Takeo, and this was probably a miracle or something, but it fell directly on the shield which was on his arm, and it started changing, and he gets a notification about healing shield, and its property is to heal party members and rapidly heal the user of the shield. Say Takeo Gouda gets cut, it immediately heals like in 0.5 seconds and stuff. And if it's really life threatening, he will pass out, but it will healed eventually, like in 2 hours or something. So that's what this healing shield specifically does. And he then now he's conscious, saying, oh, you could actually put stuff in the shield. He didn't have to go and buy the bag and stuff, the magic bag, which whatever he touched, the thing he touches appears in his bag. And this cannot work for stealing. He has it's like it works differently. He can't steal stuff and put it in his bag. It's not that. He had a few balloons left over in his little jacket, in his pouch he had. Remember, he sold all of it before, and he proceeded to put it in his shield, and the shield started upgrading more and more. If remember, he was not using the shield, like having it absorb anything. So the upgrade the shield had was from him just basically brute forcing everything, thanks to Mine getting him so angry that that's all he did was punch balloons and balloons and balloons for the last 2 months and change. So this promptly fucking is a surprise to him, and they leave the hospital with new experience in Gouda has new knowledge of what the fuck the shield what the shield does, and he then proceeded to like go to the shopkeeper and buy Raftalia a short sword, because then that's what he bought Raftalia for, to handle a sword, because again Miss Yamato, still like in canon, is Miss Yamato. She was a great baker. In this what if, she's a great cook, because baking is not much of a thing here. There's not an oven and stuff, so that's what she's there for. And she is proficient in medical magic and stuff. So, well, not medical magic, like she more like could heal people, and she fix them up and stuff, not from fucking dead rooms. That's what the shield's for and stuff. So Takeo, Gouda, and Raftalia was outside. Since Takeo doesn't know shit about swordplay, he was just teaching Raftalia to use the sword with brute force. And the shop guy will say, once upon a time he did serve the army, and he is good with an axe, because he looks like he's a guy who with an axe and sword. So he got tired of seeing bad swordplay, and he decided to come out and be like, yo, go to allow me to train her and stuff. And one thing we forgot to mention, there's 2 more weeks before the first wave hits and stuff. So they spent the last week training, and Gouda decided like, let's go out and kill some monsters and stuff. And they remember all the balloons in this general area, where Melmorok, I cannot pronounce that fucking word. Melmorok. Shit. The kingdom where all this fucking, where they first got summoned. I'm not going to actually try to say something I cannot say. So the kingdom. So the kingdom where he got summoned the first time, there is no more balloons due to Takeo Gouda going into a blind rage, killing basically the entire population. The orange one, the green one, the yellow one, the pink ones, the purple ones. Even if they didn't have these other colors beside the 3, I think I remember there was like an orange, a light green or something, and a dark green with his tongue sticking out. But then yeah, there are various different colors of these balloons. They don't exist anymore. So he went and said like, let's go and monster hunting, and they encountered the bunny, which Raftalia still decided like, it'll bleed and stuff. In Takeo not forcefully, but accidentally activated her slave crust, similar to what Naofumi did, but not like he said, it's an order or something like that. He just said, you gotta kill it, or it'll just cause pain to himself. And she says, you got to kill it so you can get more experience, is what I meant to say. And she just ordered no, which activated the safe curse, because you cannot disobey, even if it's not a direct order. You can't just say no to your fucking slave owner, which he's not treating him as slave. He's just like, and he then oh, and she already gave the story about her family being killed, and she still didn't know that his name is the slave hero. I mean, this shield hero. And Takeo Gouda proceeded to tell her that, if you're not going to be helpful, I just rather leave you back home. But she interpreted this differently. She interpreted, as he said, that he's going to give her away. And so she then buckled up and proceeded to kill the bunny. Now, where we're going to do is time skip a few days later. We're in the cave, and she proceeded to get her post-traumatic stress, PTSD. No, it's not PTSD. I can't remember, but post-traumatic stress, where she met they finally got encountered with that huge dog with a 2 head, and I'm not Naofumi, but Gouda decided to leave Miss Yamato outside the cave due to her not having any fighting prowess in taking only Raftalia, which promptly he should have just taken fucking Miss Yamato, but no. And he then went in, and he can just fucking punch this dog a few times, but it then proceeded to clamp down on his shoulder, similar to what happened to Naofumi in canon. And he pleaded to Raftalia to, hurry up and kill it because the shit hurts and stuff. And she's still going through her stress and stuff, and this is where he really told her, if you're not going to be useful, then I'll just have to find someone else. And he tells her that he's the shield hero, and she's like, you're the shield hero, and he's like, yes, my job is to not have what happened to you happen to anyone else. So I'm trying my best, and I can't do it alone, blah blah blah. And Raftalia buckled up and proceeded to help Gouda kill the monster. So that arc end and stuff. So now it's a couple minutes or an hour before the first wave hit, and they're just there discussing what they're planning and stuff, and gathering materials and stuff. Because then Miss Yamato is going with them, but she's taking along medical stuff in case she separates from Gouda and his healing shield and stuff, and probably help out other injured soldiers and stuff. And I know I keep saying "and" a lot, but anyway, so boom, we're in the wave at this moment. That hour already passed and stuff. So I just wanted to make sure y'all know that they got materials better, not like what fucking what's his face did. They got materials to assist other stuff, and they got teleported into the same town as in canon. And they saw that it's been overrun with the undead, and the undead, bugs, and other various creatures, and they proceeded to still help out the villagers, kill out most of them, with Takeo Gouda doing a lot of damage to the bigger monsters and having Raftalia take care of the little ones, which she did without hesitation. In Miss Yamato gathering people and taking them out of the village and stuff. So by the time the soldiers actually arrived, the village was basically almost cleared out, and he proceeded to still send a rain of magic light at the village. And now Gouda then sensed this and protected Raftalia and blah 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 and stuff. And when they came, they didn't do anything. Like I said, the village was almost cleared. So in this what if, they actually were aiming to kill Gouda, but they failed. And similar to what happened, Raftalia went into blind rage and attacked the mustache guy. I don't know what the fuck his name is, but he lied also when the ball happened and stuff, saying that he'd stand his ground and shit like that. And the only part I cannot fucking stress to regret is killing all of the monsters before he showed up, because then I would I would like to keep one. You know what? I keep one of the one of the monsters somehow escaped the grasp of Raftalia and Gouda, and then approached behind them, and Gouda is like, I should just, have the monsters munch on your brains and blah 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 and stuff. And as soon as the monster was trying to grab on him, Gouda then shouted Raftalia, and Raftalia just did her thing. Sliced it up and stuff. And so the soldiers, they left and stuff, and a few minutes went by with Gouda asking why is it taking so long for the wave to end. It's supposed to be done a while ago and stuff. And he then proceeded to head to the direction of where the main wave is happening, or the wave where all the cardinal heroes are and stuff. So, and as the moment he arrived, then they actually finally finished the monster. But it was fucking weird. They had three of the cardinal heroes in canon, and they couldn't beat a tiny lion with a snake on his tail, while fucking Naofumi was fucking clearing out an entire village of fucking monsters. Dude, that was not fair at all. That caused to the point that fucking the three other cardinal heroes, this is Naofumi's part, the real one, are actually weaker than Naofumi, even though they had a higher level, but their arrogance was so. But anyway, so he reached and arrives and stuff. So the wave is finished, and they went to the castle where they had the party. Raftalia trying to be, Raftalia feeding Gouda and stuff, and he finally could taste some shit. And Miss Yamato, being Miss Yamato, tried the same thing. And what's his name? It's Moriyasu, right? And Moriyasu proceeded to, approach Raftalia and telling her she's cute, with Gouda being like, we know what you're getting at. Leave my little girl alone. And Mine doing the same thing as canon, telling Moriyasu that Raftalia and Miss Yamato is actually slaves of this, and they all, proceeded to hate on Gouda. But you shouldn't hate on Gouda, much less hate on Naofumi, even though his character was bullshit. You all framed him for rape. No one else wanted to work with him. What else is his choice? Get a fucking slave or fucking work alone. He can't even wield a sword. So, boom, that happens in... What will be different here is when they go on the duel, Moriyasu actually gets bodied real quicker. Because it's Takeo Gouda. If I didn't mention this, episode 4 of My Love Story, Takeo Gouda jumped through a 2-3-story building on fire through a window. Are you listening to this? Takeo Gouda jumped through a 3-story building that was lit on fire through a motherfucking window while he was on fire. So of course he will body Moriyasu's skinny looking stupid ass. Oh, I always get excited when fucking I'm making this and I'm getting excited for it and stuff. So that happens, and they still booed and stuff and say, "Oh, you cannot fight the shield. The spear hero, he's stronger than you." But he just got bodied, nigga. Bodied. He ain't getting up from this. And he proceeded to take his 2 slaves, which the king still tried his BS bullshit, but they resolved that situation. Oh, and it's not Miss Yamato. Oh no, it's not Rough Dahlia, but Miss Yamato went up to mine and slapped her silly. Not slapped her silly. She slapped her once, but and tells her she's a fucking hypocrite, blah blah blah, and stuff like that. So that happened, and Takeo, Rough Dahlia, and Miss Yamato proceeded to leave the spot. Anyway, I did mention that they went back to the safekeeper and got an egg, right? So they went back to the safekeeper and got an egg. In the next part, we'll probably fucking mention more about Philo, but this is where I'm ending this off. This is Kevin Carnage, and I hope y'all enjoy this What If I just came up with. See you in the next one. Holla before. Bye.